All right. Good morning. Good morning. It's Thursday. Damn, we're making our way through the week. Well, good morning to everyone. Thanks for joining us nice and early here on the Marshall and Friends show. Special friend in studio will be Stacy Scott of Hot 98.3. She'll be joining me a little bit after the 7 o'clock hour. She's got kids. She's got to go drop them off at school, and she'll be in to hang out. Today on the show, going to hook you up with more tickets to go check out the EnMarket Savannah Hockey Classic. We'll also get into what else? We'll talk about how the Grammy Awards have been postponed. There was this crazy story out of Effingham County Jail where a dude has escaped and is still out there. That's not terrifying. We'll also get into leftovers, and then we'll power rank some of our favorite leftovers available. Talk about the EnMarket Golden Ticket, getting into some music news. Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden doing some solo work, and then a new kind of band, super group-ish, put together with some dudes from Radiohead. So we'll get to all that here on the show today. Morning, Andrew. How's it going, my friend? Sean, good morning. Morning, Marshall. Good morning. Good morning, morning. Yeah, the week is almost over. Thank goodness. Hopefully you guys' weeks are going well. I think, hold on, let me check. I don't think I have very many meetings or anything today. I know tomorrow I've got a couple. Let's see. Oh, today's easy. Tomorrow I'm meeting up with, our consultant, and I'm meeting up with the American Heart Association. They can give me tips on how to stray away from the eventual heart attack I'm going to have. But, yeah, today seems to be an easy day. Hopefully, I think I'm doing bingo tonight, too, at the draft room in Berwick. So, kicking off Thursday nice and early. As I always do. So last night I watched Prisoners of the Ghostland, which is a Nicolas Cage film. And it looked ridiculous. It's very Mad Maxy with like all the ridiculously dressed characters in that film. There's a lot of unique characters in the new Nick Cage movie. This is like a straight to video type of deal, but it looked just stupid enough for me to be like, okay, I'm into it. So Nick Cage is in a leather like bomb suit, and he has to go find someone's daughter. And he has 5 days to do it. And if he doesn't bring her back within 5 days, he will be blown to pieces. And there's a bunch of other rules to it as well. Like he can't hurt the girl physically or sexually or anything like that. It is bonkers crazy. It's just extremely boring. And that's the thing. It's like, it's crazy to see. It's like crazy for 5 minutes, but the crazy lasts for like 30 minutes. And you're like, when does this end? It is just brutal to watch. It is not fun. I think I fell asleep like 3 different times watching that movie last night. So sadly, I have to say, and I love Nicolas Cage. Sadly, I have to say, stay away from Prisoners in Ghostland. I think is what it's called. Prisoners of Ghostland, whatever. Not great. Not great. And I love my ridiculous Nick Cage movies, guys. Sorry to report. All right, coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to get into our question of the day. What is the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten while driving or seen someone else eat while cruising down the road? So we'll share those stories with everyone here in a little less than 4 minutes. Got like 3 minutes and 40 seconds exactly before we jump on the air for the first time. And once again, Stacy Scott from Hot 98.3, she is going to be our special friend in studio for today. So I'm starting to see a lot of reports that it looks like possibly the Super Bowl may not be happening in LA anymore. Maybe something we talk about tomorrow, but it's like the number one story on TMZ. But the Super Bowl halftime show, which was supposed to feature Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige. Who else is supposed to be on there? Kendrick Lamar also. Says sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Dre is fronting most of the money necessary to pull off the event, and we're told it's in the millions of dollars. He said sources say Dre has event cancellation insurance to cover any calamity that may derail the halftime show. Problem is, we're told there's an exclusion for COVID. So Dr. Dre may lose a bunch of money on the halftime show, which I'm guessing he would make a ton of money just for performing. Interesting. Yeah, but I heard there is a chance that they may move the Super Bowl out of L.A. because the restrictions for COVID that seem to be popping up, and they may actually move it to Dallas this year. I'm guessing they'll make that change pretty quickly because, that's a lot of work, especially if you've ever been in any city that the Super Bowl is happening. I mean, the entire city is covered with Super Bowl paraphernalia. I went to Atlanta a couple years ago to cover the Super Bowl there. I mean, the entire city of Atlanta. I mean, it said Super Bowl every 5 feet somewhere. It was ridiculous. But yeah, there is a rumor going out there that they may move the Super Bowl from L.A. to Dallas for this year. Kind of crazy stuff. Charles, thanks for that little story, buddy. I appreciate it. David, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Morning, Wanda. Thank you for joining us. Once again, we're about to dive into the story of the day, or excuse me, the question of the day. What is the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten while driving or seen someone else eat while cruising down the road? This first break, I'll bring up my silly story, and then after that, we'll get into Keith Kelly and Scott Taylor's stories. We got a lot of responses on the Rock 1061 Facebook page yesterday, so we'll be sharing a bunch of those. And, of course, if you guys have some stories, please share them with us. We'll definitely get to those here in a second. Charles says, move that Super Bowl to Atlanta. They are owed since they pulled the All-Star game. I actually kind of like that, man. I mean, it's a kind of a last-second thing, but they should definitely make that move quickly. Agreed. All right, guys, we got 20 seconds. We'll be right back. It's Rock 1061, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show today. Joining me in studio here in just a few minutes, actually, is going to be my friend Stacy Scott, afternoon host of Hot 98.3. And don't forget, we do live stream the show every single weekday from 7 until 9. You can hang with us in between the breaks, see what we do, how the radios works when we're not on the air. You can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just search the Marshall and Friends show. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe while you are there. Now let's go ahead and jump right into our question of the day. And we got tons of response off of this. I'm talking about what is the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten while driving or seen someone else eat while cruising down the road. Now, for some reason, like I always had, when I worked a regular 9 to 5, like office job before I started the morning show, I would always wait till noon to eat lunch. Like that was my rule. I have to wait till at least 12 o'clock to have lunch. But ever since doing the morning show, that rule's out the window. I love eating lunch at like 11 o'clock. And is that like the old man in me? I'm not for sure. But I guess the most ridiculous thing I eat while going down the road, and let's face it, I go and get fast food sometimes, and I will eat it like while driving home. If anyone's probably ever seen me drive, they're like, what is this idiot doing? I sometimes, I won't say a lot of the times, but sometimes I'll go to Panda Express. And of course, I get the orange chicken and honey walnut shrimp because it's the best, but it's the damn fried rice that gets me because I have to literally clean it out of my car for the next week because I'm like, an 80-year-old man trying to put soup in my mouth. It's getting all over me. And fried rice like explodes from my mouth trying to eat eat it in the car while driving home. Because why would I wait to get home to eat fried rice? No, I'm an idiot that does that. So I'm literally have fried rice, or I did, all over my car for a period of time. And I guess that's kind of the most ridiculous thing I've eaten in my car. But boy, you guys have some great stories. Once again, what is the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten while driving or seen someone else eat while cruising down the road. You can feel free to share your stories with us here on the live stream, which once again, we are live streaming right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just search the Marshall and Friends Show, or you can text us up. Tell us your stories via text at 1-800-394-1061. Now, jumping into our Facebook stories, Keith Kelly actually shared one. He said, a big woman eating scrambled eggs and toast on a plate with a fork during morning rush hour traffic. He goes, this was before Tesla cars existed. Hands on the wheel, fork in mouth. That is pretty impressive. I'm actually not too mad at it. I mean, you got to make sure you get your nutrition in the morning to really start your day off right. I'm not mad at her at all, Keith. I'm actually just more impressed. And then Scott actually chimed in on our Facebook page as well. He said, I saw a dude digging for lunch in his nose. Had a finger damn near to the knuckle. I mean, just so you know, most car windows we can actually see into. Picking your nose in public, not something I suggest, especially while driving, because, you know, it's taking up some of your brain cells, you know, and that's why you're probably swerving into me. All right, guys, once again, question of the day. What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten while driving or seen someone else eat while cruising down the road? Share your stories with us. Once again, 1-800-394-1061. Shoot me a text or give me your stories right here on the live stream. We are live streaming the show today. Right now, let's jump into Ghost. This is Hunter's Moon on Rock 106.1 on the Marshall and Friends Show. Good morning. Elaine, great story. All right, guys, once again, thank you for sharing your stories this morning. Thomas, good morning, my friend. Charles, thank you for cleaning up that comment there. Banana, very nice, very nice. All right, guys, once again, we are in the middle of our question of the day. We've got a couple songs. We got to jump into some commercials before we get to the second half, and I think hopefully Stacy will be here by the time we jump into the second half of this. Got to get the station back on time. It's important. All right, guys, once again, the question of the day. After that, we're going to get into some more trivia. Once again, are you smarter than my friend trivia? Stacy will be playing for one of you. Stacy did very well this past Tuesday. I think she got, 4? Yeah, I think she got 4 right. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. In the 8 o'clock hour, we'll talk about a person who escaped jail. It's kind of concerning, actually, the Effingham County Jail. But we'll get into that in the 8 o'clock hour. Also, we'll talk about leftovers. And then we'll power rank some of our favorite leftovers to get to, because we found this crazy survey on what people enjoy when it comes to their leftovers. Stacy's looking for her black belt to wear. Stacy actually just texted me. She just said, at Waters and Eisenhower, be there in 3 minutes. Perfect. We got time. Yeah, so it's crazy that the Super Bowl may be moving out of L.A. and possibly to Dallas. I literally just read that this morning right when I got up. Oh, today's the anniversary of the Capitol riot. What an anniversary to celebrate. Ooh-wee. And then actually yesterday, I think it was late last night as well, they talked about, or they announced kind of Coachella. Well, reports came out on it. I'll tell you about that here in a bit, too. Sean says, I'm still disappointed with Mac's performance yesterday. Yeah, I mean, Mac's really smart. The thing is, Mac's stupid smart, but she crumbles under the pressure. I think the anxiety of the 60 seconds get to her, and she just completely blanks out. She'll get better. She'll get better. Elaine says, did you see the pic I sent the other day in Messenger with the misspelled word? I did not. So sorry. You sent that to our Facebook page? Must have missed it. Yeah. Yeah, Steve. Looks like Super Bowl may get moved to Dallas. Dave says, yeah, the Grammys. Yep, actually, we're going to talk about that. The Grammys being postponed. Morning, Heather. How's it going? How's that new gig going? Heather, our mobile massage therapist expert. She actually, I think, got a new job. I think I saw that on the Facebooks. Steve says they should have it in Vegas. I agree. I think they actually have it set to be in Vegas. What is it, like 2 or 3 years from now? Sorry, I'm looking for Elaine's message that she sent us. Good morning. Elaine, I do not have a message from you. Well, you can't see, but I don't have a message. The last people who've messaged the page were Kenan, Holly, Felicia, Dave, Andrew, and Dylan. Oh, were you talking about the Cotter and Marshall Instagram page? Maybe. Well, good morning. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I just saw that, Elaine. All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Stacy Scott has joined us in studio.
Hey, hi. Steve.
All right, man.
Trying to get cozy.
Yeah, get yourself situated.
You need to do that because then I touch it and I mess it up and you get mad, and I don't want you to get mad at me. Is that a thing? Short sleeve hoodies?
There we go. Sorry, I pressed buttons.
Okay, Charles, let me tell you something. When I agreed to do this show, I'm going to clear this up real quick. I have to take my kid to school. There's no buses because he goes to a private school and nobody wants to work these days. So I fully disclosed.
It's a big time Karen comment there. No one wants to work these days.
I know. Hi, everybody. Hey, Andrew.
Let's see. What do we have going on here? Sorry, I haven't been on. We are all on lockdown because we have the flu. Oh, no. Sorry to hear that, Heather. Morning, Rhett. Sorry I missed you there, bud. What else? Yeah, morning, everyone.
Everybody thinks I'm late. They're even commenting on my own personal Facebook page. Listen, people. Marshall, can you please have my back on this?
What do we have in your back on?
That I fully disclosed that I'd be here by 7:15 every morning when I have to drop off the kid.
Yeah, you told me on Tuesday that you'd be here at 7:15.
Mm-hmm. And prior.
Yeah. Charles says, Stacy, I'll tell you like I tell my employees, if you can't get here on time, just get here whenever you can.
Here I am.
What a great boss.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Tony just called me Cotter, so I saw that. That's why I refused to even read your comment out loud, Tony. Big strike for you this week. Actually, I haven't seen Tony at all this week from A Perfect Touch Massage.
I saw her on Monday.
She works 5 feet away. I haven't seen her all week. I just imagine she died or something.
I think she's redecorating, and you know how she takes that. Her and I are very similar on that level, and we take it very seriously. Oh, thank you, Wanda. I tried today. When I go on camera, I'm trying to not disappoint you is really where this is at. I don't want you to be embarrassed that you have an ugly chick on the camera. So I'm trying to do this for you, Marshall. This is for you.
Just get the microphone on your face so people can see you, see your beauty.
Actually, that was probably,
No, probably
yeah.
don't do that.
No, I shouldn't do that. Nobody needs to see all that this morning. Makeup can only cover so much.
All right, coming up is the second half of our question of the day. Do you have a story for our question of the day?
I do. I actually thankfully had a backup because I was listening as I was late coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And your story with Panda Express, totally mine. Because I have this obsession with that honey walnut shrimp.
I do.
And you can't just get one side. You have to get two. So I get the super greens and then the chow mein. And it's just everywhere. There's cabbage 6 days later on my floor. And if you lose a shrimp under your seat.
You don't want to do that.
Nope. But I do have another story. So I have a backup.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why. It's like every once in a while, I haven't got Panda Express. Well, especially I haven't this week, but I haven't got Panda Express in over a month. But for some reason, I always get the orange chicken, the honey walnut shrimp, and you get the fried rice. And that's like, I don't get like the egg rolls or any of the other stuff. It's just those three things. It's like $9, sure.
Mm-hmm. And you get a large Coke or Diet Coke with it and call it a day.
And I can never wait to get home to eat it. And usually it's just like
because it's better hot. It's like McDonald's fries. You know what I mean? Like that shrimp will lose its crunch.
And I try to like somehow like very gently and like balance, fried rice into my mouth while driving. It's dumb.
Use a spoon. That's the word. Use a spoon.
They don't give me a spoon.
Keep one in your car. I keep stuff in my car.
You keep spoons in your car.
I keep plastic stuff, silverware in my car 100% because I have kids. 100%.
I don't.
And Ziploc bags and barf bags from the hospital. Here is a very good pro tip.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the hospital for anything, sorry, God forbid, take some of the barf bags they have there, the round ones,
Yeah.
and keep them in the back seat. Because you may not have kids, but you'll have a drunk friend at one point in time, and it works out great. Morning, Holly.
I don't know. I think I'm past that point where I even will anticipate possibly puking in my car. I don't know.
Me. I don't think I'm ever going to outgrow that. I think it's going to just be a continuous thing for me.
Tony says she hadn't had her coffee yet. She goes, I have been there, just very busy. Sorry I haven't seen you. Christmas is almost down and put away.
I saw the hearts on the wall. That's how I knew. And then one of her floor mats she put in the trash can. I almost took it. Is that ghetto? I almost took it. I was like, why are you getting rid of that, Tony? It's beautiful. You can use it next year. But I didn't take it.
All right, guys, we got 3 minutes. Come back with our second half of the question of the day. What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten while driving or seen someone else eat while cruising down the road? Let me see here. So why don't we'll go ahead and start off with yours. How about that? If you got a good one?
I think I have a decent one.
Okay.
I did have my original was the Panda Express, so that's so funny that you said that. Charles said he texted you for an example of today's topic.
I did see that come through. Hold on. Let me look at it. The picture of our buddy, Big Bald and Sexy Charles, eating.
Is it soup or salad?
It looks like some sort of soup there.
Well played. Driving with your knee. Taking a selfie. Totally legal, Charles.
I don't know. Chicken maybe? There's some bacon in there. I'm not for sure what that is.
Well, think of the time. It probably could be ham and bean. People are using up that ham from Christmas time.
Oh, quick question. So I still have ham from Christmas. Mm-hmm. Now, spiral, they're like cooked already, right?
Most of the time, they're already cooked, yeah.
Yeah, and you just throw it in the ham in the oven for like 2 hours.
Glaze it and call it a day.
So I actually ate some ham yesterday from Christmas because I didn't have like any like lunch meat or anything, and I've been trying to eat healthier.
Sure.
But I don't have any salad at the house currently, so I was like, I'll do I have a 50-calorie like wrap.
Yeah.
And I put a little bit of hummus on there, red pepper hummus, and then I was like, well, I don't have anything else to put on here. I'll put some ham from Christmas, and then I thought maybe I'm gonna die. So it's
got so much salt. I think you're okay.
I just put a little bit of ham. Like I didn't put like slabs of ham. I put like I would say if you just laid it in like the deck of cards size ham that's like thin cut. Yeah. That would be the amount of ham I put on there with a piece of pepper jack cheese.
Well, how are your guts feeling? Do you have bubble guts? Are you okay?
Fine now. And I'm at this point I guess I'm like 17 hours past it, so I'm not gonna die. But trust me, I honestly sat there and looked at it for a good 2-3 minutes, going, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm good."
Did it smell? If it
No.
smells, and sometimes if the glisten on it is green, then you know it's bad. But not like you should be fine.
Yeah, I just I was very nervous, but I ate it anyway because that shows you how hungry and fat I was.
You were committed. Let's not waste food. Times are tough.
All right. So what we'll do on this break is we'll have you kick it off, and then I'll just do kind of a couple, 2-3 quick ones, and then we'll just bounce out. We're good on time for the hour, but we'll waste some time doing trivia. So
okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends Show. Today, we are live streaming the show as we do every single weekday from 7 to 9. So make sure to catch us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just search the not Cotter and Marshall Show, the Marshall and Friends Show. I don't know who that guy is. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe on the way. My special friend in studio today, just showing up, definitely on time, is Stacy Scott, afternoon host of Hot 98.3. Stacy, thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
All right, let's go ahead and continue on with our question of the day. What is the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten while driving or seen someone else eat while cruising down the road? I think you have a story for it.
I have kids, and I work in radio. Not all of us can make $1,500 an episode like you, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's difficult.
It is. It's a hard thing.
Talented.
I'm jealous of your mad skills. However, I am a mom that believes that they need to eat no matter where practice is at or where we're going or if it's breakfast in the morning. It just so happens that Velveeta shells and cheese, cut up hot dog and ketchup is something that I have conquered eating in the car.
Okay.
That is like I can dunk, drive, eat, but I lose it, but it's still worth it.
Yeah. So you use the dipping method when it comes to this.
Oh yeah, I'll drive with my left knee.
And the ketchup and the mac and cheese stick to the hot dog.
100%, and then it just all kind of goes together. I have also had leftovers from KFC. Now, when you have leftovers from KFC, it's mashed potatoes, it's corn, it's coleslaw, and some chicken with gravy. And I'm eating that in the car too. It's a mad skill that you really have to get.
Yeah.
The kids are a mess. They make a mess. But I've got it conquered for the most part.
I think that's the most American thing you've ever said.
Well, you know, it is what it is. I got kids.
If an eagle flew over the building right now, it would be an
I'd
fireworks.
Straight up salute and put the hand over my heart. 100%.
Drinking KFC gravy.
Stupid. That's why I'm fat. Bring it on.
Oh, all right, guys. Once again, our question of the day is, what's the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten while driving or seen someone else eat while cruising down the road? Amy chimed in on our Facebook page. She goes, not one, not two, but 3 suckers all at once. And then she wrote mouth party. And then she actually included a picture. It was an older woman with literally 3 of those dum-dum stickers,
really?
Suckers sticking out of her mouth.
I was just going to ask you, see, it's a totally different ball game if it's a blow pop or a Tootsie Roll versus a Dum Dum. You know, like I don't think I can fit more than 2 blow pops in my mouth. If that woman can, somebody get her an American Eagle and a trophy.
She has a talent.
Right. I mean, that's legit.
She should work down at Emperor's.
Stupid.
Beth chimed in on the Facebook page as well. She goes, I literally saw someone shaving their legs while driving on the interstate, not exactly eating, but that one would be concerning to me as well.
I shaved my pits before.
While driving?
100%. I dry shaved them. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm wearing a tank top.
Why?
I always keep a razor in the car because when you have kids, you get like little beard hairs that you can only see when the sunlight glistens off of them. So I keep a razor and tweezers in the car. This is serious stuff.
Are you sweating? Is that why they're glistening?
No, it's just the way the sun hits them. They're like whiskers. It's ridiculous.
When the sun hits my whiskers.
So I have to pluck all the time. But I had a razor for some reason and I was wearing a tank top and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't shave my pits this morning. You know, it was a quick, I got to go. So I went shoop, and I'm driving, shaving my pits. So somebody probably saw that one and go talk about it.
Wow. Okay. Suzette also chimed in on the page. She goes, back in my 20s, after a night of drinking, I was the queen of eating tostadas from Taco Bell in my car.
Yes.
Never even spilled. I mean, these people are just, I mean, it's incredible when you have that type of like dexterity and balance and like you don't spill anything. I mean, people who drink soup and everything, those are the people that really profoundly, like, I'm just impressed with.
I just don't believe her though.
Yeah.
I want to see your car. There is a speckle of lettuce on that somewhere because I've eaten a taco in a car. There's no way you're not getting a tomato or a stowaway tomato or a piece of lettuce cheese on your floor.
Well, we work in radio, and we have people that drive our radio station vehicles all the time. I've gone in and like cleaned them out because that's my job. You know, part of my duties at different jobs I've had, and I've found like full cheeseburgers, like a whole thing of fry. Like I'm
Stop
talking
it.
like I found a McDonald's like just like double cheeseburger. Like it was a brick, and it was still perfect. It was crazy.
Really?
It was, yeah. It's
I
interesting.
wonder how old that was, though, for real.
About 7 years. Knowing radio people. All right, guys. Once again, thanks for chiming in on our question of the day. What is the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten while driving or seen someone else eating while cruising down the road? If you got a story for us, feel free to still chime in. We'll talk about it on the live stream, which we are live streaming today. Once again, just search out the Marshall and Friends show. Coming up next, we're going to give you the details on the EnMarket Savannah Hockey Classic. Then we're going to give a pair of tickets away to go check it out, which is next weekend. Right now, it's Disturbed. Are you ready on the Marshall and Friends show? It's Rock 106.1. All right. Rhett says he has a story. He says, I have a story. Once saw a guy in a convertible who was tossing popcorn shrimp up and catching them in his mouth. He was at a red light just nailing them one after another. He caught like 10 in a row. I would have just slow clapped him, man.
Right.
That's impressive.
I don't think I could catch one in my mouth, actually. I've never been good at that.
Yeah, I've never been good at that either, especially for being a fat guy. You think me getting food in my mouth will be a lot easier.
Right, I get it. It's also like getting a shot in your butt. You think when you have a fat butt, it wouldn't hurt as much. No, it hurts more. It's the same principle.
Charles says that's actually not soup. It's breakfast scramble, eggs, veggies, deer sausage, cheese, and garlic. That actually sounds delicious.
I don't think I could eat Bambi. I've never tried it.
Deer?
Yeah.
Charles explained like the consistency. Like, what would you describe deer to be close to? Because I've ate deer a bunch. My dad would bring home deer, and we would have like deer jerky and
doesn't
deer
it
meat
taste
stuff.
gamey though? Like, wouldn't you?
Honestly, it's been so long since I've had it. I don't quite remember. I know I've had it before, but that's why I want Charles to do, because obviously he's eating it this morning. But explain deer meat, Charles, if you could.
I think I would be better with deer meat if it was mixed with something, like to cut, like, because it's more lean, right, than a cow.
I think so.
So I would like cut it, like ground turkey and venison. It's called venison, right? Ground turkey and venison, maybe, but I don't know if I could eat it by itself. I don't think I've ever had it by itself.
Let's see. I was still waiting for him. Had to go with mom life.
Yeah.
Morning, Trace. How's it going, man? Charles says deer, close to heaven. But what's it taste like, Charles? Like, what would you is it like chickeny? What was it, or more like something more towards beef, or how would you describe
I feel like if
deer?
it was, it would be in a grocery store. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of deer out there. I've hit a couple with a car. They just come out of nowhere.
Elaine says deer is like dry beef. If deer is processed correctly, it will not be gamey.
Oh.
Let's see. Trey says deer meat is fairly similar in consistency to beef, just a fresher taste, and yes, a lot more lean. Sean says, I'm doing this Meat Church Texas chili on Saturday. It'll be 31, so I can actually go outside and throw it on the Traeger. Nice, dude. 31, it's a heat wave in Minnesota. Good Lord.
Minnesota.
All right, guys. What we're doing next is pretty much soliciting for someone to play. Someone for Stacy to play for when Are You Smarter Than My Friend Trivia. So we'll do that next. Give away some EnMarket Savannah Hockey Classic tickets.
How many are multiple choice today?
They're actually behind you. Can I have that piece of paper, please?
I just want you to know I'm not looking. I have verification.
2. Yep, 2 today.
Can you give me at least 3 moving forward? Gives me a better chance for these people to win.
I'll do my very best at possibly doing that. It's between 2 and 3. Actually, you know what? Tomorrow I have none.
Well, thank God I'm not here tomorrow
Yeah.
then. Shoot.
I do have a guest for tomorrow. I'm just waiting for one last yes from them, but I believe we're good to go.
If you don't, I'm be here by 7:15. I'll jump on with you. I always got you, Marshall.
David says, I believe you can get a venison burger at Fiorua in Richmond Hill, just so you know, Stacy.
I don't really go out in Richmond Hill. It's too far for me. It's too much driving. But I do like that local on 17.
I have not been there. I actually thought about going there. I heard I heard they
Marshall.
have like the best steak.
He's so awesome, and he'll come out and talk to you. The owner, I think he's a veteran, if I remember correctly. Oh my God, those steak! It's the best steak I've ever had.
Yeah, so maybe it was you. No, I think it was someone else who was telling me like it was the best steak. The local the local on 17.
Local on 17 is
I don't even
so
know where it's
good.
at. Like
It's on 17 right at 95. Like when you get off at 95 to go, like say you're going to Hinesville, you make a left on 17.
Oh yeah,
It's on the right hand side.
Oh
right,
okay, it's
right
over there.
before all those hotels.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha,
good.
gotcha. All right, guys, we're back on the air here in a little less than 5 minutes.
Oh, here's why I didn't come out, because I forgot about it. And when Marshall texted me to see if I was coming out, I didn't have anybody watching the boys. And then when I did, I was like, my bra's already off and I'm in sweatpants. So that's kind of what happened. Oh, right. They were so bad. My mom cut my hair so bad.
Hold on a second. Just to go back, Charles said it's all in the aging. Very lean. Problem is most people overcook. Medium rare to medium is the best on deer venison.
Can you get like food poisoning from that?
Probably not. Well, you can get technically food poisoning from anything. Steve says elk is the best of all.
Do we have those here? We don't have elk, right? Like that's in like Alaska.
No, we don't have elk, I don't believe, here in Georgia.
I should have my blonde highlights rolling right now.
Let's see. Stacy, some good looking home haircuts. Your mom gave you those pictures.
Every year until I finally had a say in my own hair, she cut my bangs, and none of them were straight across.
Morning, Scott. How's it going? Used to be steamers. Gotcha. Elk is amazing. Nice. All right. So we found out just the other day that Stacy is a 3rd-degree black belt in Kempo.
Kempo, yes.
Is it Kempo karate or is it called Kempo?
It's a Chinese Kempo. So there's a couple forms of Kempo, but I took Chinese Kempo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we found that out just yesterday, or 2 days ago on Tuesday. So Stacy went through the Wayback Machine and got some pictures for us. So she texted a bunch of them to me. So I'm actually going to put up, for anyone who hasn't seen Stacy's karate pictures after the show today, so just after 9 o'clock, I'll put a gallery up on the Marshall and Friends Facebook page.
You didn't believe me. I made it a mission. I pulled down my baby box. Like my mom made me this box. It's a huge, like what you would store a Christmas tree in, like Rubbermaid box. Mm-hmm. And she's got like all the pictures, like why she put the cards I made for her in that box. I don't know. So I was going through memory lane. I'm like crying, eating bonbons, and then laughing.
Wow. That's a whole emotional roller coaster we put you through on Tuesday.
I know. My mom and dad are snow bunnies, so they're in Fort Myers for 6 months. But she said that when she goes back home, she'll ship me the trophy too.
Oh.
So I'll have that. I don't have that.
Elk is amazing. Trace says there is a farm outside of Macon that has a bunch of elk on it. There you go. There is elk here. I didn't think so.
Always wanted to ride out to Macon anyway. I want to find Honey Boo Boo. It's been my goal since I moved here 7 years ago, and I've yet to see her.
To find Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah, they live out there.
Oh, in Macon?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Macon.
I'm guessing. I thought with all the money she would just move on up out of.
No, you have to watch it.
Dude, Macon's
a pumpkin.
Macon is terrible.
Is it? I've never been there.
I've driven through multiple times, and I've stopped and like tried some of their breweries. I'm sorry if you like Macon. I've stopped by a bunch of times. Macon sucks. No, I'm like legit. I'm legit about this.
You're not even trying to sugarcoat it one bit. You're just like, it's horrible. It's done.
Yeah, if you guys enjoy Macon, I'm sorry for you. Macon is garbage.
Sheila's like, Macon is awful. I might have driven through to escape a hurricane once, like when Matthew rolled through. I think.
Yeah.
But I don't think to
go to Atlanta, you got to go through Macon.
Oh, then I've been through it. Yeah. I must not have even known.
Charles says, freaking Verizon, no reception on President Street extension while watch the train go back and forth. Oh, that sucks. Sean says we have elk, caribou, and moose in Minnesota.
What does an elk look like? It looks like a reindeer, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
I'm going to
Google it. Yeah, Google
that's
that.
What I'm doing. It's my life.
Dave says there's bison and Macintosh. Steve says we should put you on Cobra Kai. We'll figure that out.
Cobra Kai ain't got nothing on me. You should see me doing my katas. I look good. Yeah, it is. It's like a reindeer. It's got antlers and everything.
Rhett says, is the Marshall and Friends page new or just Cotter and Marshall renamed? It's the Cotter and Marshall Show page renamed. So I've renamed. Oh, there it is. There's a nice elk. Yeah, it's a reindeer. So I've renamed all of the Cotter and Marshall stuff. I let it sit there for a little while.
Except Instagram. You got to work on that.
Percolate. Yeah, well,
I tagged you this morning in my amazing selfie vein post.
But yeah, the Cotter era is officially closing, guys. His name will be erased from all the record books. All right, guys, we got 20 seconds. We'll be right back getting everyone set up for some trivia. It's Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show this morning. My friend joining me in studio is afternoon host of Hot 98.3, Stacy Scott.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now, make sure to join us on the live stream as we live stream the show every single day on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from 7 until 9. Just search the Marshall and Friends show. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. Also, you can listen to the show in multiple ways. If you're jumping in and out of the car or at the office, there's multiple ways to listen to the show. You can download our app for free. Take us wherever you go via the Apple app or Google Play Store. Just search Rock 106.1. Get us on your in-home smart speaker or listen live at rock1061.com. Now, coming up here in just a few minutes, we are playing Are You Smarter Than My Friend Trivia. This is where Stacy will be playing for one of you. And today's prize, pretty cool. Next weekend is the EnMarket Savannah Hockey Classic, Friday and Saturday at the Savannah Civic Center. Georgia Tech, Florida State, and the universities of Georgia and Florida are playing for the Thrasher Cup. And it's just a good primer to get yourself ready for the Savannah Ghost Pirates, which are going to begin play here in October at the brand new EnMarket Arena.
I just want to watch hockey. I want to watch these boys sweat and fight each other and throw each other on a wall.
You just made it oddly sexual.
I know.
Well, that's the way I feel when I walk into a hockey arena, too. So I guess I
with
can.
that shirt on.
Yeah. Well, that's why I have to be pushed around in a wheelchair because of my boner.
So, he just said boner.
So here's the deal. You can text us right now, 1-800-394-1061, your first name and then a number between 1 and 7. That's the amount of questions you think Stacy is going to get right today, and we'll give you a number on each side of it. So you get like a 3-number range. So if you choose 5, you'll also get 4 and 6. And as long as Stacy's within that range of numbers, a range of correct answers, you will win yourself a pair of tickets to the Saturday edition of the EnMarket Savannah Hockey Classic.
I did good last time. I got 4 on Tuesday. I was impressed.
By far the best of the week at that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So go ahead and text us, 1-800-394-1061, your first name and a number of how many questions you think Stacy will get right. We'll randomly choose one of you. She'll play for you, and hopefully you're going to get yourself a pair of tickets to the EnMarket Savannah Hockey Classic. We'll be right back on the Marshall and Friends show on Rock 106.1. All right.
But if I don't win, I'm sorry. I feel like there's so much pressure, especially when, I messed up Thomas's life for those tickets for WWE. That haunts me. I have nightmares about it. I feel really horrible.
She does.
I do. It's not sitting well. I'm so sorry. But I mean, I'm over it now. But
yeah, she's totally over it. She does not care at all. But at that one moment,
my eyebrows are not even.
At that one moment, she did care.
I did. I was a little upset, but I'm over it now.
All right, just making sure. Perfect. We are right back immediately on time.
Because you, Marshall, are a board op master.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't want to be I don't want to have our traffic department hit me up and be like, hey, you didn't play 27 commercials and now you're fired.
Oopsie daisy.
Whoops, sorry about that. I was just having a lot of fun on the radio. All right, guys. Once again, playing trivia coming up next. So if you have not texted us, make sure to do so. 1-800-394-1061. Just text us your first name and the number you think Stacy is going to get correct today in trivia. 7 questions, 60 seconds. I'm just going to log into our little text-in service.
Holly, we could pick you all we want, but the problem is if I actually get them right. Now you can't pick Holly because I don't want to mess it up because she wants them for her hubby. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lot of pressure.
It's definitely a lot of pressure. All right, guys. Once again, thank you for hanging with us this morning. We do appreciate it.
How much time we got?
Let's see. We are.
I want to ask the Magic 8 Ball if I'm going to get more than 4.
I have to do a lot of math. 3.
Oh, we're good. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we're 8-ish minutes away.
Magic 8 Ball. Am I going to do more than 4 today? Trying to help people out here. Better not tell you now. I mean, I can't be promising. Probably.
Shake it again. Shake it again. I feel like we need a definitive answer.
Do I need to redo? Do I need to say it again? Or
Yeah, you
shit?
say it again. Yeah.
Magic 8 Ball. Am I going to get more than 4 right today? I'll look good. I don't know, though. I don't have that much confidence. I did have 2 cups of coffee, a Fettermine, and now a sugar-free Red Bull. So we are ready. Like, my brain is pumping some blood.
Well, let's see. Yeah, I mean, there is only 2 multiple choice questions today. So
I didn't get, you know what, though? There were 3 on Tuesday, and I think I only got 1 of those right. I actually did better on the non-multiple choice.
all right, sorry guys, I'm cutting out some stuff just so I'm giving us some extra time on trivia. Now we're good. That gives us 4 minutes to do trivia.
Holly, I have no say in who gets picked. I'm just the friend. I'm just here with the leopard blazer and good hair. Like, that's me. And the pink lipstick today.
Stacy with the good hair.
And the big forehead. I really do have an enormous forehead. It's okay.
I never really thought about it, honestly.
Okay, so you know when I was going down memory lane, since we've got some time, this will make you laugh. Excuse me. I was looking at something. Look at that. Look at the size of my forehead. I must have been stuck in my mom's hoo-ha for like 3 days.
Were you an alien?
Is that not insanity? Like, look at that forehead. Like, I'm so cute though, right? I'm really cute. But I don't look normal.
That you had a weird shaped head.
And have you ever seen the movie The Orphan?
Did your mom drop you?
She says
that would
she
explain
says
a lot.
no. She says no.
Your mom definitely dropped you. She
but
said
I
no.
think it's a possibility.
My parents told me they dropped me, so.
Did I? You know what? I could see. I dropped Brody once, but not on purpose, and not that far.
My parents told me I fell off as a baby. I fell off like a dresser or something. I think.
Why were you on a dresser?
I don't know, man.
What year were you born? Like what around?
82.
Oh yeah, they didn't have much but those plastic chairs. Do you ever think about it though? Really, like what we were secured in the car with, and we survived. Like
I don't even know. Was there baby seats back in 1980?
There were. They were like plastic. They were like you know those seats that you sit a baby in that vibrate nowadays. It was like that, but hard plastic. It's the weirdest thing. My mom had one in her attic, and it's like a hard plastic. I guess in case you pooped, they could clean it up. I don't know. Things have come a long way.
Charles says, moved up 2 spaces and now have reception. If you need to fill an hour one day, I'll do field to table seminar for the Horde. Oh, that's nice.
Do you see the size of this?
You got
that forehead.
That's a big baby forehead.
Is huge, but look at how cute I am.
You really grew into your forehead.
I grew into my head for sure. But you ever see the movie The Orphan?
Yeah.
Tell me that my sister doesn't look like her. Like she would not just come straight out and talk to you like a grown adult and try to kill you in your sleep.
Is your sister younger or older?
Younger. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Telling you, I had a blast trying to. And this one, I'm not going to show everybody else, but tell me I don't look like I'm like special.
It's an interesting photo.
My mom, Sears, freaking Sears. Who takes their kid to Sears for pictures? Oh, my mom, to save $1. It shows, Mom.
Where's this? Okay. Sorry, I'm just.
Don't apologize. I'm just playing with pictures. Next time I'm in town, Charles, I will be. Yeah, and next time you're in town, I promise I'll plan better. It was the holiday. I really had the best intention. I forgot about it.
All right, guys, we're 2 minutes away before we jump into some trivia this morning. Are you smarter than my friend trivia? 7 questions, 60 seconds. Stacy will be playing for, I've chosen the person.
Okay.
Stacy will be playing for someone.
Did they pick, can you just tell me, did they pick a higher or lower number? Or you can't say yet.
They picked a number.
Thank you, Marshall. But for real, though, your sweatshirt, is that a thing? Like they make those or did you make that? I'm not being mean. I just want to know.
No. I bought this from Walmart.
At Route 21 is what I thought.
It's a sweatshirt, short sleeve sweatshirt hoodie, and I love it. It is. I don't rock Walmart fashion very often, but this is the one shirt I am extremely proud of.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad look for you because of your sleeve. It kind of adds some BA-ness, you know?
I don't know why. I just love it. But yeah, no, it's a real shirt. I did not make this. This is not a Bill Belichick from the Patriots altered shirt.
I just never saw one before, and I don't hate it. It's a cool concept.
It's really roomy, and there's lots of belly room or the
Right.
fat guy. So I love it.
It's like a summer hoodie, like when you want to just be a hoodie, but
when you want to wear a hoodie, but also it's 90 degrees outside.
It's a little bit like, hey, it's a little bit like in between.
Hey, morning.
Hi.
So
You look nice today.
Elaine says that's a redneck sweatshirt. It surely is.
Yeah.
Love it.
I asked him, I was like, is that real or did you make it? Like, is that a thing? But apparently he bought it at Walmart, so it explains a lot.
Sean says they make
Leave
those.
Ohio out of this. I didn't want Starbucks or anything either. Thanks, boss.
Stop yelling at people that can't be seen on camera.
Oh, sorry.
Sean says they make those. A lot of Boston teams have them in their team stores. Yeah, they do.
Like, I would wear it. Like, I don't hate it. I think it's cool.
I know. All right, guys, we will be right back. It's Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show this morning. As we live stream the show, make sure to turn it on and hang with us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. Just search the Marshall and Friends show. And while you're there, like, follow, and subscribe, and hang with us each and every morning. My friend in studio this morning is Stacy Scott of Hot 98.3. She does the afternoon show there starting at 3 p.m. weekdays, so make sure to listen to her. But right now, I remember sometimes what you do for a living. But right now, you are going to play Are You Smarter Than My Friend Trivia. It's pretty easy. There's 7 questions. You get 60 seconds to answer them. Just do the best of your abilities. And today, you are going to be playing for listener Daryl.
Okay.
Daryl suggested that he thinks that you may get 4 correct today.
Daryl, that is really nice.
He thinks you're going kind of in the middle of the road. Now, there are 2 multiple choice questions. Your time is going to begin after I ask the first one. And your first question is multiple choice, just to give you a heads up.
I get so nervous. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so here we go. What U.S. president liked to celebrate his birthday by skydiving? Was it George W. or George H.W. Bush?
Which is the older one? The older one. The one that's like the dad.
W or H.W.?
The older one. I don't know. They're both George W. The older one, the first Bush. That's fair. Come on.
Okay, that is correct.
Okay, good.
I think. Question number 2. How many current NFL teams have never played in a Super Bowl?
12.
Incorrect. Question number 3. What branch of the U.S. military features the Blue Angels Precision Flying Squad?
Air Force. No, Navy. It's Navy. It's Navy. It's Navy. It's Navy.
It's correct.
Okay.
Question number 4. What wise guys are forever linked to the phrase, nyuk, nyuk, nyuk?
Three Stooges.
That is correct.
Oh my God, I'm doing so good.
Question number 5. What actor committed himself to solitary confinement in order to prepare for his role in the movie The Shawshank Redemption?
Oh, the main character, right? I just don't know his name. It's the guy that's Morgan Freeman's best friend that escapes. And Andy or whatever, but I don't know his real name.
All right, we'll pass. We'll come back to it. Your time's running out. Let's fit in these last 2. What nationality was Christopher Columbus?
Spanish. Spanish.
Incorrect. Question number 7. What is the fastest sense? It's multiple choice: touch, taste, or hearing.
Hearing.
That is correct, and your time is up. 1, 2, 3, 4 today. Actually, you nailed it. Correct.
I really feel I should get the Shawshank one. Like, I know who it was.
Right, but we don't give, you didn't even say the guy's name. So
Andy.
Yeah, but that's his character's name.
Right.
I asked you for the actor's
name.
Can
I have a half a point?
No, you can have 0 points for that one at least. Well, let's go ahead and go over the correct answers real quick while we're here. What U.S. president liked to celebrate his birthday by skydiving? That was George H.W. Bush, which I believe is the older Bush. I don't know why.
I think it is. I think it is, but I wasn't 100 to commit.
Yeah, well, we gave you that one. Question number 2, how many current NFL teams have never played in a Super Bowl? That would be 4, the Browns, Lions, Texans, and Jags, which I don't think they ever will play in the Super Bowl.
Cleveland will get there. We're getting there.
No. Question number 3, what branch of the U.S. military features the Blue Angels? That'd be the U.S. Navy. What wise guys are forever linked to the phrase, nyuk, nyuk, nyuk? That's the Three Stooges. Question number 5, what actor committed himself to solitary confinement? That'd be Tim Robbins, who played Andy in The Shawshank Redemption. Question number 6, what nationality was Christopher Columbus? He was Italian. And
I knew that. I did know that.
Yeah, did you? And then question number 7, what's the fastest sense? That is hearing. All right. Congratulations, Daryl. You just got hooked up with a pair of tickets to go check out the EnMarket Savannah Hockey Classic. next Saturday over at the Civic Center. All right, we'll come back with some really interesting stuff here in the 8 o'clock hour. A dude escaped from the Effingham County Jail.
I saw that.
We'll also talk about the Grammys and talk about the best leftovers to get into right here on the Marshall and Friends Show. It's Rock 106.1. You spent so much time on the first question. You were like, you almost spent 20 seconds.
Did I? I still got through, though. I'm pretty proud of myself. You know what? You want to hear a really cool story? So when I was in between jobs in radio, because it happens, right? I was up in Ohio, and I worked at this bar called Dugan's, and it was in Chesterland, Ohio. And you know the guy that plays the banker on Shawshank? He's a little bit chubby with the glasses when he goes into the bank. Okay.
Banker. Okay.
Yeah, you'll look it up. But he used to come in all the time, and he would sit there and tell me stories about Shawshank. It was so cool. I want to try to get 7 one day. Like, I feel like I could do it. Like, if Cotter's done it, right? Like, I feel like I could do this.
We've both gone perfect before.
Don't try to put your name in it now because...
Oh, I mean, I could go back to the record books. I've gone perfect.
How many times?
3 or 4 times. Cotter, I think, was somewhere in the same range. Yeah.
I think that I only do it 2 days a week for what, like 3 weeks now. So I feel it's going to come. I'm going to do it. And when it happens, I'm going to be so excited.
Well, I'll be excited for you. Red says, how do you measure the fastest sense? I don't know. That was just the question. Hearing seems like the most obvious one, right? Because you can go like the speed of sound or whatever. So that makes, right? Okay.
I mean, that's what the scientists are for, right?
Yeah.
That's why we work on the radio and you pull people over, you know? It's like, it's not for us. It's not for everyone.
Elaine says, anyone want to learn how to ride a motorcycle? Harley is doing a scholarship. They do it once a year.
I always have. Do we have time to tell you a quick little story? Quick little ditty. It's funny. You'll laugh.
Tell me.
So at my parents' house, they have a bunch of toys because they're loaded, right? Like they didn't give me any money. They're just spending it all.
Like what? Like jet skis, that type of toys?
Yeah, they have boats, jet skis. They have a motor coach. But they also have like a Segway and they have scooters like Yamaha's version of a Vespa, right?
Okay.
And I'd never driven one before because I can only drive automatic. I'm bougie and my daddy did everything for me, so don't judge me. So I got on this little Honda and they live
you
on...
call your dad daddy?
I do. He's my daddy.
Oh, God.
Is that weird?
Yeah.
Really? Is it weird? He's my daddy. Anyway, well, yeah, no, I do. Anyway, so I'm driving and I got Brian in the back, right? Like he's riding on the back of the car. I don't know if I could say that on the live stream. And
you say bitch.
Okay, he's riding bitch on the back. We didn't have helmets. And I'm going and I felt really good about it because you didn't have to shift. It was automatic.
Mm-hmm.
So Brian goes, why don't you open it up a little bit, Stace? That's how he sounds. And I'm like, what do you mean open it up? And he takes my hand and makes it go.
Mm-hmm.
I lost complete control. I slid down. Instead of braking, I went faster. My butt is where your feet go. I'm trying to stop like a bike, like in the road with my feet. We were this close to hitting a tree. It like started shaking and we flew off. So I don't think a motorcycle is where I need to be.
No, and you lived somehow.
We didn't even get hurt. I didn't even have a scratch. Jesus was watching.
How fast were you going?
Honestly, I don't think the thing goes over like 45 at the most. But I mean, it felt like we were doing 95 on 95. You know, like my life flashed before my eyes. And I didn't have very good moments at that point. So I hope if that ever happens again, I have better moments to relive.
Red says, how do you measure? Oh, sorry.
Andrew's just making up for saying I would only get 2 last time.
Sorry. Sorry, I was catching up with the comments here. Andrew says you'll get 7 one day. Raven Dante says, my daddy does everything. And then he has a lot of, he says he had a question mark about that. He was talking about your comment.
But calling my dad daddy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the oldest girl. My dad and I are close. Like, I don't know. Is that weird to call?
I never called like my mom mommy. It was mom. And it was like, I don't know.
I call my mom mom. I don't call her mommy.
Yeah, but you call your mom, but you call your dad daddy.
I went through phases, I think. But yeah, like I don't
Daddy with a Y? Daddy with an IE?
I think it's a Y. Hey, daddy. But it's not like that. That's weird. So weird.
It's super weird.
Now I can't call my dad daddy ever again because of
I
it.
think I did the world a service.
You probably did. I didn't think it's real.
Call their dad's daddy, I think, is weird.
But I don't have daddy issues. You think I have daddy issues?
You got issues. I don't know if they're daddy
like
related.
Like a freaking magazine. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah. Charles says that's not a 4-head, that's a 5-head.
That's what my dad says. He actually, my daddy, he also calls it a Ben Franklin forehead. He calls that too. Apparently Ben Franklin had a big forehead. here we are. I can't help it. It's what God gave me. He gave me big boobs to kind of offset it, though, I think. So it all kind of works itself out. God's got a plan.
I love that Drake song.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, like I said, here in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about, we're actually going to kick off the 8 o'clock hour, this Effingham County story. Now, what's the most interesting part about this is this is not the first time this has happened.
No.
It's interesting. So we're going to dive into this jailbreak story out of Effingham County coming up next. We'll talk about the Grammys, and then we'll actually wrap up the live stream today with leftovers. So I found this study on leftovers, what people like to eat, what's like the best leftovers.
Is it like for after a holiday or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought, you know what? After that, let's power rank our favorite leftovers. So what we'll do is we'll have you go first because you're the guest.
Okay. How many do you want? Because I have like in my head a list of 10, but I didn't know what you needed.
Yeah. Top three, like what you think are the best leftovers to eat the next day.
Cold or hot, or does it matter?
Either way.
Do you know that there's a maximum security like state penitentiary here?
I didn't.
It is literally over the railroad tracks by Gulfstream. Like, you know how you can go that back road in between Puller Parkway and 21 that cuts through the airport. You kind of go under that bridge. Mm-hmm. If you keep going on the right, there is a maximum state penitentiary where they put all the mass murderers, and it's right by a railroad track. And if they're escaping from Effingham, they're going to escape from there too. I live in Port Wentworth off of 21.
Yeah.
I have a gun everywhere now. Like, I slept with a gun in my nightstand last night because I didn't know if he had got caught yet. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're close. He could come to my house.
I mean, I guess there is a few jails here, though, isn't there? I mean, there's
the Chatham County, but the maximum, the like state pen, like Shawshank, is right here in our backyard, and I had no idea until I knew. You know what I mean? And they can it's like old school, like Shawshank. They could jump on a train and be out.
Yeah.
Shawshank.
Good old Shawshank.
One of my friends got arrested for a DUI a couple weeks ago, and they called me for their one phone call, which was dumb because I don't have your bail money, so I don't know why you're calling me. But I was like, all right, Shawshank, talk to you on Monday. It's becoming a phrase anymore.
Good old Shawshank.
Good old Shawshank. It is a great movie, though.
Okay, guys, we're back on the air here in about 2.5 minutes. We are going to talk about this Effingham County jail release.
Do you have the update if he was caught and stuff we could talk about too when it gets there? Or is he still on the run? Or
I haven't seen any update on if he's caught. I mean, can you check real quick?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
The last thing I saw last night at 11 o'clock was call 911 if you see him. I'm like, oh my God, he's gone. Like, he's gone.
Raven Dantes goes, Issues is a great Korn album. Elaine says it's normal for daddy's girls.
Yeah, like I'm super like, Stacy, you are cracking me up. Thanks, Nicole. I miss your cute face.
Sheila says pasta.
No, they're still, this is a manhunt.
Yeah.
This is everywhere. Dangerous inmate. Like, this isn't just, oh my God.
Yeah, the last time I checked, there was no update in regards to his capture. He's still on the run.
As of 2 hours ago, it's still the same.
Okay, cool.
So that's where I'm at. There's nothing new. 11 hours ago, 2 hours ago is the most updated. This has made world news tonight. Just so we know, BBC, it's on BBC. Holy.
Yeah, so this guy, well, we'll get into it. We got less than a minute. We're going to dive into this story.
I'm kind of interested more to hear the full story about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what he did. Like, he could have just stole a candy bar for all I know.
No. He did a lot worse than steal a candy bar.
They said dangerous inmate. That's what scares me.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part.
Oh, my God. He hasn't met me yet, though. I'll mess him up. With my karate. Yeah.
Top three in no particular order when it comes to leftovers. Chili, smoked meats, Thanksgiving, honorable mentions, Chinese, Indian, pizza.
You say that, but I live with a lake in my backyard and a lot of woods. I mean, he could be camping out waiting for everybody to think he's gone and then be gone and go the other direction. I mean, this is a game. It's like playing.
All right, guys, we'll be right back with that story. It's Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show this morning. My friend joining me in studio is afternoon host of Hot 98.3, Stacy Scott.
Good morning.
All right, so make sure to join us on the live stream as we do live stream the show each and every weekday from 7 until 9. Just search the Marshall and Friends show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And while you're there, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. So, Stacy, I found this story yesterday, kind of broke, about the Effingham County Sheriff's Office and jail. They're searching for an escaped inmate. So around 7:10 a.m. on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, the sheriff's office noticed that Kevin David Lennox Wilson, 32 years old, was missing during a head count. They believed he escaped at 8 p.m. the night before. So Monday night, he's been on the run since Monday night.
They believe? They don't even know?
They don't even know.
Oh, Lord.
I'll explain why this happened. So, but just so you know, they have called in the U.S. Marshals for assistance. There is currently a manhunt for Kevin David Lennox Wilson, age 32 currently. Now, Wilson was indicted in Chatham County by a grand jury for homicide in August of last year. He was also indicted for 3 counts of malice murder, 1 count of felony murder, aggravated assault, armed robbery, and possession of firearm by a convicted felon. Convicted felon. Sorry, that occurred on May 13th of 2020. So this guy has a record. Now, he was in Effingham jail for drug and traffic charges that occurred during a traffic stop of October of 2020. So this guy's got a rap sheet, okay?
Holy moly, that doesn't even count what he did prior that is not showing up.
Well, let me explain how he got out. So according to the sheriff's office, Sunday night there was a storm, and there was quite a vicious storm on Sunday night.
I had to pick up all my stuff, I remember.
Everyone got like tornado warnings on their cell phones. Like there was a really bad weather depending on where you live. Now, there was a bad storm that went through Effingham and knocked out some of the computers, and the jail locks were turned off. Now, a door they believe Wilson walked out of was not locked again. Apparently, the computers got knocked out. Everything was unlocked, and he somehow got through the entire jail and walked out. Now, a canine was able to track him down the road where the sheriff's office believes that someone actually picked him up, and he has been on the run ever since. So the sheriff's office says citizens should not approach him and obviously call 911 because he is considered dangerous. Now, here's the actually concerning part, Stacy, because this last line...
There's more?
This last line is the one that got me. This is at least the 3rd time in the past 15 years that inmates have escaped the Effingham County Jail.
What is going on out there?
Is it one?
Do they not have cameras? Have they not seen Wentworth or Orange is the New Black? Like, you should be prepared. When the power goes out here, instantly we have a backup. What's happening?
We have a backup generator. I know. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's happening.
I feel the jail should take precedence when it comes to a backup generator. Like, maybe we should let them borrow ours because right now...
No, because our radio stations do go off the air quite a bit. We can't do that. Tim, the engineer, you ever heard of him? Oof, the worst.
I'm not saying
well, anyway, so just a heads up, guys, there is a escaped felon.
I just don't understand. Somebody needs to make me understand. You know what I mean? Like, and where were the guards? Like, you didn't get a suspicion at 8 o'clock at night when this guy's just walking through in a jumpsuit and flip flops and his hand.
Apparently they missed him on the head count. I don't know.
How do you mess that up? Somebody's got to be fired for this.
It's interesting, but we'll let you guys know once he is captured. Currently, there is a manhunt happening with the U.S. Marshals assistance for Kevin David Lennox Wilson, who escaped from jail. Which I mean, on the other side of it, like, how cool must it be to escape from jail?
Like, it's a cool, like I'm not going to lie.
It's got to be the coolest feeling.
But it makes me nervous because I'm not far from that. Like, I'm 10 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
Like, that scares me.
But I'm not. So, like, I'm thinking, like, how cool it is to be on the run.
What are you going to do on Tuesdays and Thursdays if I get taken out by a mass murderer, buddy?
Well, apparently he's on the run. Maybe he could stop it.
Yeah, well, it would be
He's
nice
got free
to know.
time.
Yeah, it would be nice to know how you walked out of a jail.
All right, guys, coming up next, we're going to talk about the Grammys, shifting the focus from jail to the Grammys, which if you watch the Grammys, sometimes it feels like that.
Yes.
We're going to talk about how they are postponed. But right now, let's get to the latest stuff from the Foo Fighters. It's called Love Dies Young. It's right here on the Marshall and Friends show on Rock 106.1. Good morning.
I'm baffled. Like, my mind is like...
I could tell. You were screaming.
Like, I don't get it. Can I use the back of that paper for a minute? Your questions, since I passed?
Sure.
I just want to write down my leftovers so I don't forget. And I didn't bring paper in because I was late this morning.
Tony says meatloaf. What does that say? Homage soups?
Homemade soup.
Oh, homemade.
I think it meant to be homemade.
Homemade soups, cheese stuffed meatball and sauce. Man, I do want to go over to your house for leftovers.
She makes a good point, though. If you think about it, the best kind of leftovers are the kind that marinate in their flavors. Something that you put together that are awesome, but are better the next day because they had time. Like, I like chili the next day because it had more time to sit and, like, you know, become flavorful.
Flavorful.
Listen, Elaine, I was a 3rd-degree black belt when you see these pictures when I was like 12, okay? Like, I have a gun. I'm not afraid, but I'm afraid. I'm more afraid for my kids if he's out playing soccer. You know what I mean? They don't know 3rd-degree black belt. I can kick some butt. I ain't worried about him. But I'm more concerned about my kids.
Sorry, I'm just getting the station back on time here. Okay.
Honestly, Rhett, I can agree with lasagna. I was going to put that on my list, but now I'm going to try to find out. Lasagna is better the next day, too.
Pizza, lasagna, and deep fried turkey. Nice.
I've never had a deep fried turkey. Still to this day, I've not yet to try one.
I don't think I have either.
I really want to. Like, everybody raves about it, but 2 things. 1, I'm afraid I'm going to catch my house on fire, and it took me a really long time to get that house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2, right. 2, I'm afraid to catch my house on fire, and it took me a really long time to get that house. So I'm just afraid to do it. So can somebody deep fry me a turkey? That'd be great. Thank you for being a friend. They've been playing Golden Girls on TV Land a lot after the death of Betty White, and I've been watching it. You should show your kid. I used to be a sensei, like I literally taught, but yeah, soup does sound good. Broccoli cheddar from Panera.
Now you got to keep living that salad life, man.
You're the only one living the salad life, though. See, I have an endorsement that gives me Fettermine, so I can eat whatever I want, and I'm just like, woo, and it works that way. You have to do it that way. Thank you for being a friend.
All right, guys. Coming up next, we got commercials to play. But after that, we'll be jumping into a quick story about the Grammys being postponed. And then after that, we'll go over this really cool story I found about a new survey about the average American's weekly diet, and how many takeout meals that includes. And then we'll actually jump into leftovers because, according to this, 3 leftover meals is what Americans eat per week. And we'll dive into some of our favorite leftovers.
How much time we got?
A while. We got
like, do I have time to pee and smoke or no? Not that kind of time.
Yeah, you got time. Yeah, we got commercials and then one song, which is 4 minutes. So
cool. I'm gonna pee.
Yeah, you got at least 8 minutes or so.
Oh, hell yeah! You need anything?
I'm good.
Are you cool if I do that?
Go do it.
Can you handle the horde by yourself?
I can.
Okay.
I can handle the show by myself. I've done it before.
I mean, I know. I've been listening. Didn't even mess up anything with the horde.
Thanks. I haven't had meatloaf in forever. You know what? I haven't either. I actually thought about ordering meatloaf. I was at Vic's on the River the other day, and they had meatloaf on, and I just couldn't make myself order meatloaf at Vic's.
On the River, right? You can't order meatloaf.
Can't order meatloaf. Stacy's extra loud today. Yeah, but I'm currently still living the salad life. Actually, I could tell just already, like, if you don't drink alcohol and you actually try a little bit with eating healthier, my body's not as oddly puffy and gross anymore. At least I noticed that this morning. It only took 3 or 4 days. It does feel good, though. All right, guys, we have a couple more songs we're going to get to, and then we're going to jump back on the air. Like I said, a quick story about the Grammys being postponed, and then we'll jump into this leftover story, and that'll wrap up the live stream today. Rhett says, Marshall, what PS5 game are you playing right now? My wife and I actually played, it's not a PS5 game, but we actually just finished up It Takes Two, which is like a co-op game. It was fun. Currently, I'm actually about to start a new one called Ratchet and Clank, which actually came out a while ago, but My wife got me Ratchet and Clank for Christmas, so I'll be playing that. Currently on the Nintendo Switch, though, I am playing Death's Door, which is a fun little indie game that came out a few months ago that is really, really good, too. So that's my video game stuff. Ratchet and Clank. Oh, nice. So tomorrow on the show, I think for the first time ever, I'm not going to have a radio person as my special guest. I know, which is going to be slightly terrifying and exciting for the show. I think tomorrow, I think 100%-ish. Hold on, let me check. Oh, yeah, I got a sure. Sounds fun AF. Our good friend from Underdog Brewing Company, Jeremy Hammonds, is going to be joining me tomorrow on the live stream, which is very exciting. So you guys may remember Jeremy. He was on our very final show together. He was on doing Beer for Breakfast a couple weeks prior to that. But Jeremy was great on the air, and I'm excited to have him on in a non-beer drinking capacity to kind of get to know him a little bit better, other than just talking about beer constantly. But don't get me wrong, we are going to be doing Beer for Breakfast tomorrow. It would be a shame if we didn't. But yeah, tomorrow I believe Jeremy Hammonds of Underdog Brewing Company. He's in multitude of bands. He's worked at Southbound, Hopatomica here locally. He's going to be coming in and hanging with us on the live stream tomorrow. Lane says the meatloaf at Carrie Hilliard's isn't as good as it once was. That's a shame. You know what I'm actually a huge fan of when it comes, not meatloaf, but when it comes to going back to my salad boy life? The Cobb salad. The Cobb salad and like a cup of soup at Spanky's usually hits the spot. Now I'm just constantly thinking about food because I'm starving myself. But I could definitely go to Spanky's today. That would be a great idea. Oh, also just a heads up, we'll talk about it here in about an hour or two, but just for all you Horde members who are hanging out right now, the EnMarket Arena Golden Ticket promotion, the giveaway, is happening. If you don't know about it, it's 2 tickets to every single event, concert, and hockey game at the brand new EnMarket Arena in 2022. And the last day to sign up is going to be here. I think it's Sunday. It's going to be your last day to sign up. But January 9th is your last day to sign up for the EnMarket Arena Golden Ticket giveaway. Once again, it is tickets to every single event, concert, and Savannah Ghost Pirates hockey game. Also, you get a prize pack that includes all sorts of stuff, like from Cutwater Spirits, Bud Light, fine jewelry from 13 Secrets. You get a year of coffee or fountain drinks from EnMarkets across the area. Also, Ghost Pirates swag and a 2-night stay at the Alita Hotel. So just a heads up for this. Does it come along with parking since there's no place to park? I don't know. It doesn't say it in the prize pack. But just a heads up, make sure to sign up for the golden ticket. You can sign up at rock1061.com. There's actually like a golden ticket like graphic. It's the first thing that pops up. Or you can sign up at enmarketarena.com/golden ticket. All right, guys, we got about 4 minutes or so. We're back on the air with a Grammy story. We'll get into that, and then we'll get into the second half of the hour where we'll talk about leftovers. Sean says, I'm on a cleanse reset vacation, wreaked havoc on my body. Yeah, the last couple months have wreaked havoc on my body. I completely feel you, dude. Yeah, but the golden ticket is super cool. Make sure to sign up for that. rock1061.com and enmarketarena.com/golden ticket. Mhm. Sean says, so I have a question. Maybe one of y'all will know. What's with the fossils and stuff in Plant Riverside?
I think it's just their thing. Don't quote me, but I think it's just what they went with.
Yeah, so if you guys have ever been to Plant Riverside, they have like all the geodes and fossils and stuff. They have the giant like dinosaur setup. I don't know. They just have a weird collection of stuff. But I guess the better answer to your question is I don't know.
I could text Tyler.
But it's there. It's pretty neat. Elaine says I lost 3 pounds over the holidays. I don't know how though. Drugs, man. Sean says, yeah, it was cool as hell, but very odd. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's how they decided to decorate the hotel. That's what rich people do. They get so bored they can just let's put the geode collection
Let's
out.
get the most expensive rock that nobody cares about and pop it in the middle. Just make it sparkle. What else do I like leftover?
Okay. All right, guys. About a minute and a half before we jump back on the air. Quick story about the Grammys, and then we'll jump into some leftover talk.
She said. Dang. Have you been to the rooftop bar over there though? It's pretty awesome.
Electric Moon?
Yeah.
I haven't been up there yet. I've
Marshall.
seen the line to get into Electric
It's
Moon.
classy on one side where you can watch the ships come in with like fire, and then on the other side it's an adult playground. You have to get to the playground. You have to take 2 slides. There's no stairs. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I know. I haven't been in Electric Moon yet. I've been up. Obviously, I've been in like almost every other rooftop, but that one there was always like every time I walk by the Plant Riverside, there's like a line to get in, and I'm like, I'm too old to give a crap about.
Yeah, I get it. I went when it first opened.
Any place I have to stand in line for, I'm like, I'm not going there.
I think for the locals, and I don't know about you, we don't really go to River Street that often unless we have a reason to go there, right? Like it's more of a touristy.
Yeah, it's just it's.
So I found it later. Is my point on that.
It's family. It's families in town. You're taking them probably
every time. They come 8 times a year, and we're always going to River Street.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show this morning with Stacy Scott of Hot 98.3. Coming in, hanging with me, being my friend.
Good morning.
Now, we are currently live streaming the show. Make sure to hang with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch just by searching the Marshall and Friends show. We do this each and every weekday. And also, there's multiple ways to listen to the show. You can download our app for free. You can get us on your in-home smart speaker or listen live at rock1061.com. Now, yesterday came down with some news that, well, some people probably won't be happy with. The organizers of the Grammy Awards, which were scheduled later for this month, have decided to postpone the event for the second year in a row, citing the current COVID-19 surge. They said after careful consideration and analysis with the city and state officials of California, health and safety experts, the artist community, and blah, 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 we're essentially postponing this to a to-be-determined future date. Now, it's supposed to happen in the Staples Center in Los Angeles, which they've just now changed the name to Crypto.com Arena.
Come on. Why would you take that away?
Well, because
it's a Staples Center.
Well, they sold the rights for a bunch of money. So
I get it.
It is now Crypto.com.
All right, Crypto.
Now, Trevor Noah, who was supposed to be coming to Savannah, but he unfortunately did cancel his comedy tour date here in Savannah, was supposed to host the show as well. But they're going to be announcing a future date for the Grammy Awards that will be announced very soon. So if you were looking forward to Grammys and seeing, all those Grammy people standing up and accepting their awards, telling us about how we should live our lives, well, you're going to have to wait for that, unfortunately.
I'm all right with it.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about leftovers, a new survey, and all that fun stuff here on the Marshall and Friends show. Ran out of time there. Didn't realize it.
I can't see it, so I didn't know what to say at that point. Sorry about that, but
No, you're
I
fine.
just can't see the numbers. I'm okay with the Grammys. It's cool. Like the Grammys are kind of like the VMAs. Like they were the thing back when music was a little bit different, right? And now it's more of just an ego boost between all of them that it doesn't really do anything for me unless I want to see a special performance. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I just
Like I don't care to hear Cardi B roll her tongue 60,000 times and flaunt her boobs to everybody. It's not a show to me.
yeah, I think I stopped mostly caring about the Grammys, but people do. I mean,
Yeah.
people watch that stuff every single year.
I mean, I
And-
watch it. I just don't like it all the time. I'd
They-
rather be watching something on Netflix.
And they became these little, really bloated, weird award shows that are 3 hours long.
Yes. And it's very like not about what the people want anymore. Because I remember like growing up watching like the VMAs and the Grammys. I feel like it was more interactive with fans and listeners, right? Like I feel like there was more to that.
Yeah.
But now, not even in the audience is it that way. It's just like executives, kids, you know,
Well, they
families
still
and
sometimes have that like fan pit, like where they'll shuffle the fans in around like the
Yeah.
circular stage area. Sometimes.
well, for the VMAs, they did that, but it was all people that worked there because they could test them for COVID and do what
Oh,
needed to
yeah.
be done. So it was more of a front to look good for TV.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And I get it
that's
with all
TV.
this.
That's all TV matters.
I
Make it
know.
look good.
I get it. That's
All
why
right.
it wasn't on Ozark. That's why they cut my scene. Make it look
Did they
good.
cut your scene on
They
Ozark?
cut my scene on Ozark. I was so mad.
All right. Tell everyone the story about how you were supposed to be on the Ozark Netflix show.
Oh my God, I was so excited. I got called back by, and I just thought it was fun because I loved Ozark, that a casting company, to go be an extra. Then it turned out like I'm standing next to Jason Bateman, which they call JB's. Like he literally has a director's chair with a bunch of those toothpicks that you use, and green tea. And I'm like, oh my God, Jason Bateman's here. Then he came out and he directed me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I had like scenes where I talked, but then I got cut. Never was there.
What was your lines that you said?
I was really pissed off because the whole thing was cut. It was a casino guy standing there letting people onto that casino boat,
Mm-hmm.
and I was supposed to be pissed off because me and my girlfriend, not like girlfriend, but homie, we were next in line, but because he knew him, he let him through.
Okay.
And so he wanted me to be mad and be bitchy, which is easy for me.
yeah,
I mean, it was like clockwork. And so I got mad and I had lines and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be on IMDb or whatever it's called. I'm like, I am going to get into the Actors Guild. I only need 3 words and I'm in. I watched season 3, episode 2 is what I was supposed to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
So wait, do your line. Do your line right now for us.
Oh, it wasn't, it was like, it's got swear words in it.
What? Just take the swear words out and just remove them from your vocabulary.
Well, we've been standing here for 2 hours just to get on this damn boat and you're letting this guy in. I'm like, this is bullshit. We've been here for, but it was really good. And even,
It was really good.
and JB and I now are on that level. He's like, call me JB. And I'm like,
So Jason Bateman likes to be called JB?
yeah. And then here's the other thing. I did this and I am so okay with it. When they blow up the ship, spoiler alert,
Mm-hmm.
we were supposed to be in awe of it, right? Because it's like a 12-hour filming day. It's a long day. Every extra is like used in different places.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, JB. Because after that, I'm like, can I say something? I know it might not be my place. And he was like, he laughed a little and he's probably like this bitch. But yeah. And I'm like, if something's blowing up, I'm going to have my cell phone to take pictures. None of us have cell phones. And he went like this. He went on his little walkie-talkie thing in his ear. Next thing you know, we all had cell phones in our hand. We couldn't use our cell phones. We had to use props.
Okay.
So I did on that. That was me. That was me.
Okay. So you did influence.
I influenced
the
the scene.
trajectory of the Ozark show.
And when they're sitting on the boat, like benches, I'm 2 people back. Like, but it's blurry.
So you kind of made the show.
I mean, my idea made the
Were you
show.
wearing that leopard print jacket?
No, I was wearing a camo thing, I think. But you had to wear like neutral, like blend in colors.
Sure. Yeah.
So you bring like 6 outfits because you're not cool enough to be outfitted. And then they actually outfit you with your outfits. And then I was in the makeup chair because they had to cover my tattoos. And then they were like, no. We need the trash. And I was like, so trashy's okay. Cool. I'm trashy now.
So they hired you as an extra and then realized that you were trashy and then just
I could fit in the show.
so they really just let you be yourself. So
Yeah, it was great. And I apparently wasn't good enough as myself.
So the Ozark show where that was actually supposed to be a riverboat in Missouri. So what they're saying is you would be the perfect citizen of Missouri near that riverboat.
Pretty much. It makes sense now when I look back. But that was also before my classy stage. Like, I've gotten better.
You've gotten classy?
I think I've gotten classier. I'm better than when I was. I wore like LuLaRoe leggings every day, and like now I have a little style.
There's all sorts of talk.
Where are they? I love how they conversate with each other. Like, they're all best friends.
All right, guys. Coming up, like I said, here in 2 minutes or so, we're going to talk about the survey I found on BuzzFeed.
I love BuzzFeed. They have some good stories.
According to the new survey, an average American's weekly diet features a bunch of stuff that we'll get to. And then Stacy and I will actually go over what we think is the best leftovers. And we'll power rank the top 3 that each of us have.
I've really thought about this. So it might be stuff that you've forgotten about that like you actually make, but I've really pondered this.
And it could be like general stuff. Like you could just say pizza, or it could be like a burger from a certain place. Like a certain burger just slaps harder than a regular burger. So if there is something
slaps harder.
Yeah. If there's something that you think of that's very specific to a restaurant, feel free to add it to the list.
I do like, it's not on my list, but it might be on somebody else's. I do like the bloomin' onion reheated in the air fryer. But prior to the air fryer, I didn't like it.
I've never air fryed anything in my life.
Oh my gosh, Marshall. Do you ever eat McDonald's? Like, you have to. Like, not now because you're on salads, but prior you ate French fries from McDonald's, right? Or wherever.
I probably eat McDonald's once every 3 months.
Okay, but you get the French fries.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. By the time you get home, they're not where you want them to be. They're not as fresh as they are when they're.
Yeah.
You pop those in the air fryer at 370 for 2 minutes, Marshall. It's like it's heaven. It just came out. Sprinkle a little bit more salt on those bad boys, and you are good to go. Air fryer it's an ingenious invention.
I don't even know how it works. Like the science behind it doesn't even make sense in my head.
I don't know either, but I do know this. I tried to heat a tortilla for my son. Mm-hmm. Like, don't put just one in because it does blow air, and it got stuck to the top and caught on fire. So something in there. Don't just put a tortilla in there.
Okay.
Don't do that.
That's a life lesson right there.
Yes. Like, don't just put a tortilla. Weight it down somehow.
All right, guys, we got about 30 seconds. We're going back on the air with this BuzzFeed survey, and then we'll come back. We'll power rank our best leftovers, and that'll be a wrap for the live stream for Thursday. Getting back into the workflow after a couple weeks off. Oof.
It wasn't so bad this week.
I'm still trying to get back into it. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show today with Stacy Scott of Hot 98.3 being my friend. Well, Stacy, I found this new survey.
Yep.
And it says the average American's weekly diet features the following things. Tell me if this kind of hits home for you. 5 home-cooked meals, 3 takeout meals, 3 meals at restaurants, and then 3 leftover meals from those restaurant meals.
Kinda, but not really. I don't really go out that much because I have kids and they're expensive, and I don't want to like feed them $10 meals.
I think for my wife and I think this pretty much hits home. Now, I mean, you have to include like lunches and breakfast and dinner. That's all kind of, within that scope. So I think 5 home cooked meals, 3 takeout meals, 3 meals out of restaurants, then leftovers of those restaurant meals. Yeah, those are meals within themselves. Now, 72% of people identify themselves as fans of leftovers, but some foods make better leftovers than others. Now, according to the survey, the best leftovers are soups and stews. Pizza was second, followed up by meats, pastas, rice. Rice doesn't seem right because you can never reheat,
does that right.
Rice in the right way.
It's like hard, right? Like it never become. I agree with you.
And then if you're going to microwave it, I've been told you're supposed to throw some water on it, or like a water-soaked like towel or something. Now, 50% of people like leftover vegetables, which vegetables I think sometimes hold up. Also, Chinese food takeout, roasted potatoes. Other choices that were actually least popular were sushi, which I completely agree with.
I agree with.
Sushi does not last. You either have to eat all of it at the restaurant or
Agreed.
at home, or just
100%.
don't eat ever that. It's followed up by eggs, avocado, guacamole, fish salad, and fried foods are the least popular. Now, I get it, because like French fries, they never come back. You can never reheat them.
Yes, you can with an air fryer.
Right. Well, I don't have an air fryer. Not everyone's as rich as you, Stacy.
They're like $19.99 now, okay? That's like 6 years ago technology.
I kind of get it with fried foods, though. Like a
do.
lot of them just aren't never the same when it comes to leftovers. So I thought, you know what? Let's power rank our favorite leftover foods.
Okay.
They could be from a specific restaurant, or they could just hold us to like a general category. Like you could say pizza, or like pizza from Stoners.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and power rank our top 3 coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll be right back on the Marshall and Friends Show on Rock 106.1. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry I was distracted for one brief moment. Someone just decided to walk through the engine door while we were right on the air. So thank you for that, Mike. Thanks for just swinging through and slamming that door. Appreciate it.
Stupid.
Huh? Did you catch a little bit of that? Thanks, pal.
I was going to say something that becomes gross. Oh, you know what's not good the next day either is say you go to like Subway and get a sandwich. You put that other half in the fridge. The bread's all jacked up and things are messy. You can't do that either.
Yeah, there's certain things that just don't last.
I was distracted by Mike, so I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, we were both distracted by Mike. Sheila says, I cook, so there are leftovers. Yeah, Chris says guac is fine for a day or two. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's just not. Like if you're making homemade guac, it's perfectly fine. You can
Even
do that.
then, though, you get that little brown to it, or it's the I'm a texture girl, right? So if the texture looks like it's different, I can't.
Yeah, so I've got a list over here. So I've got some.
I got mine ready too.
I actually ate a dish and had leftovers for the next day, and it was still fantastic. So I think it is number 1 on my list. So I'll get to that here, because there's no way you'll ever choose this.
Yeah. I eat weird stuff, but I probably DoorDash 5 nights out of a week.
What?
Yeah.
Why? It's so expensive.
Yeah, but it's like life. I don't want to cook when I get home. I'm going nonstop since 5 o'clock in the morning. Like I just don't want.
Do you cook dinner? How many weeks of
on the weekend?
How many days of the week do you cook?
On the weekend.
Oh, so you don't cook at all during the week?
Not really.
Oh.
I mean, I made macaroni and cheese last night, so there's that.
Let's see. I made. Did I make anything this week?
Exactly.
My wife made dinner last night. We had baked chicken with salad.
You're really trying to lose that weight. I'm really proud of you. I can't wait to see your progress. Like we should take pictures befores and afters.
No, I hate those.
But it really shows. It can even motivate you.
That's a terrible idea. Spanky Spuds. Oh man, first place I ate for my rival in Savannah. Got like a 20-piece and 2 baskets of spuds between my parents, Miss Meats, and me. Good Lord.
The spuds are good there. You got to get them well done, but they're good.
Chris says, if the guacamole gets brown, you need more lime. Throw plastic wrap right on the surface of the guac and it stays fine. I normally make a huge batch and eat it over a few days.
Good to know. I didn't know that.
So my wife does it, and I don't know if it actually helps or not, but putting the pit of the avocado in the guacamole, does that actually help? Or is that just like a thing that my wife does?
Probably a thing your wife does. I try to grow avocado tree every time I have a pit. Never happens. Same with pineapple. Have you ever tried to do that? It's very hard.
Wait, pineapple what?
You cut the top off the pineapple. I'm not kidding. And you put some, it's awesome. You put a couple, I don't know, for your teeth, toothpicks. Put it in like a mason jar with water, and it will literally, like a bulb, grow roots, and then you plant it. And you can it takes a while to grow the pineapples.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I've seen that with avocados. Yeah.
But I can't get it to sprout at all. Like, I can't. Or when it does, it grows mold underneath. Like, I'm not doing something. Like, I'm not made to have plants. Like, I'm not.
My wife has grown quite the green thumb for herself. Yeah, our house is full of plants. Her hobby now is taking care of the 27,000 plants that we currently have.
Good for her, though. It's not an easy thing. People take it for granted. I have tried. I have killed everything, including a fern. So at this point in time, like I have fake plants hanging on my porch.
Charles says, best leftovers, cold fried chicken or fish, deer meat lasagna. Oh, that actually sounds delicious. And chili for days. Chili,
I agree.
I honestly don't think chili could ever go bad.
And it
lasts
marinates with
forever.
flavors. It's better. Anything that marinates with itself that needs to get a little bit more flavor is so good the next day.
Charles says, we cook basically every meal during the week, maybe grab takeout or eat Mexican once a month. Yeah, I would say, well, I mean, so Thursdays, which is tonight, I'll be hosting bingo over at the draft room at Berwick. I get like $15 to like buy whatever I want.
Nice.
And I don't generally drink during the week. So usually I just grab like dinner to go and Nicole and I will share it. So we eat out then. And I will say either Friday or Saturday we will eat out. So we eat out at least twice a week when it comes to that.
Bad. Plus, you guys are living your best life. You make great decisions without kids and stuff. So you can do those things.
Wouldn't say that. I just had to pay $900 for my air conditioner. So, oof, that was tough.
But you had that $900 because you don't have kids.
Well, you know why I had that $900? I won my fantasy football league. No big deal.
You did? You win that kind of money?
I mean, I won $350.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Can you teach me how to do it next year? I want to try to win money.
Yeah, I could try to teach you how to play fantasy football.
Like, I don't really know. I am a Cleveland Browns
You join my
fan.
league.
There you go. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, so we're not used to winning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to rank them. We're very loyal people.
So, yeah, I mean, I run a league, my wife and I do, and there's 12 of us. And
you're like the kingpin of fantasy football.
It's $50 to play. And I mean, it's like a
pot.
It's $50, and then it kind of breaks down to it's $350 for the winner, $50 for second place, so you get your money back. Third place gets like $10, and then there's other like things to earn money. So if you have like the most points scored in a game, you get like $40.
Oh, nice.
If you get the player that has the most points left on the bench that you didn't start, you get $10. There's other caveats to make you interested in keeping playing.
Now, how do you do it? It goes off of what the real NFL plays? Like, is that how that works? Okay,
Yes.
So it's basically you pick for the year what you think is going to happen or for the season.
Yeah.
And then...
then on a weekly basis, you'll switch out your players. Sometimes they'll get injured or they won't be playing, and you'll need to find other players that'll score you points to fit them in. And then you have to get more points than your opponent that week.
Okay, I can kind of
interesting.
understand that now. I didn't really know much about football until Brody started playing. Like, I had to really learn because you just cheer them on and wear the cute clothes. Like, I'm Ohio State and Browns fan. Like, that's what we do.
Who's the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes?
I don't know now. It's the guy with the beard. It was the other guy now that went to the NFL. He's at the Jacksonville, isn't he? Shoot.
Urban Meyer is no longer with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was fired.
But he was there.
Yes, he was.
Okay, see, I'm following. What does he do now?
He's unemployed.
I mean, what does he need to work for anymore? Like, he's older. Like, retire. You've made millions of dollars. Enjoy life, buddy.
Yeah, well, we saw him enjoying his life. He had his
that's right.
entire hand up a girl's ass.
I saw that. Good for him. No, he's married. That's bad. That's bad.
Sort of bad. Holly says, we are heart healthy eating out, eating because my hubby had a heart attack last week. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
He's okay at home, but if anyone has any suggestions, we'll greatly appreciate it.
Nothing with fat on it.
Well, Holly, sorry to hear about your husband. I'm glad he's okay and at home with you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I definitely have not been eating heart healthy in my life outside of this past week. All salads, baby. You know, I will say I have been going to like Sam's Club. Sam's Club has like that bag of salad, but it's enough for like 2 people and it's $2. So I'll go and buy like 3 or 4 salads at a time because you buy more than that.
It goes bad.
There's no way you're going to eat that much.
I did that. We did a Sam's Club like $1,000 month, every 3 months, fill everything up, empty all the bad stuff. And I got like 4 things of those romaine lettuce because I like to chop it up, put some tuna on it and some ranch, call it a day. And I think I used maybe 2 of the heads of that out of the 9 I bought.
Yeah, it's kind of a waste. All right, guys, one more song, and then we're back on with our final break of the live stream. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us today. I can confirm that Jeremy Hammonds from Underdog Brewing Company is actually going to be my guest in studio tomorrow.
He's
the very
such a
first,
cool kid.
the very first non-radio person, so it's only slightly terrifying. Yes, I will be running the delay.
But he's all right though. Like he's good.
He'll
he
be
could
good.
do it.
Yeah, he'll be good.
I said he's a good kid. He's probably older than me. I don't even know.
I think he's right in his 30s. I mean, he's right around our age.
He looks like a kid though, in the best way. I can say that. We're friends. It's okay.
Sean says Urban Meyer, he's probably groping chicks and kicking dudes, calling them dumbasses.
Oh, yes, but he also took Ohio State further than most people. Beggars can't be choosers.
Chris says we're back on the keto. That's definitely not heart healthy. Yeah.
No, not at all. But it works.
Yeah, so I've been trying to eat healthier this week. So pretty much, here's what I'm eating: salads for most meals. Salads for most meals. I am also eating. If I want a snack, I will take. There's actually keto like taco burrito wraps that are 50 calories. They're called like extreme wellness wraps. So I bought some of those. So I'll eat those with a little bit of hummus, and that's like a snack for me. And then for like dessert at night, I will eat like blackberries or raspberries, and I will dip them in a little bit of honey.
Oh, that's not bad. You're doing really good.
So that's what I've been doing for the last 3.5 days.
Costco has these cheese wraps too. They're like tortilla size, so you can put a lot of salad in it, type of deal, and some meat, and they're amazing. 0 carbs. Amazing. I did that for a while until I ate spaghetti and gained 40 pounds back. So I was like, we'll just do Fettermine.
Spaghetti, goddamn.
I love spaghetti. But any carb you eat after doing that, though, it goes right to your butt. You know I'm right.
I wish. I'd like to have some more junk in my trunk.
Really? You have a butt, don't you? I've never looked at your butt.
I have an ass. I don't not have an ass.
Like, is it a good one, though? Or like,
I think
is it just dispersed there? You know what I'm saying?
I have an ass. I don't know if I have a good one.
That's fair.
My wife is always grabbing at my ass because she loves me.
Well, and she's obligated to.
And this ass gets $1,500 per show. So.
And she's obligated to.
Obligated.
Like, you have committed to grab that ass for the rest of your life. You're going to grab it at that point. You know?
Might as well. It's there. Why not grab it?
A Florida Gator fan. I get it. I get it. I just don't follow it. So I'm not trying to be unresponsive to that. But like, if I don't know about something, I'm not going to argue about it, you know, because I feel like you need to be educated on it a little bit. But
I think you should take the rest of the day and learn as much as you can about Urban Meyer.
I just feel like it's not that important to me anymore. If he was still coaching Ohio State, maybe.
Yeah, not your problem.
No.
Yeah. All right, guys, 90 seconds. 90 seconds, we're back on the air. Going to talk about a power rank, our best leftover foods.
I'm so ready for this. Like, I literally made notes.
I'm proud of you.
I know. Like, I was ready, but I wasn't. It's been one of those days. One of those weeks.
If anyone's like, hey, man, Stacy on the show, she's great. I'm like, yeah, I love Stacy. It's great to have her on the show. I'm like, man, she really does her homework. I'm like, no, not at all. I barely like in Marshall's email yesterday. He kind of lets me know so I can kind of be prepared a little bit of what we talk about. He was like, and make sure you really think about it. Like, he made sure. So I was like, shit, now I have to. I wanted you to be ready.
I was this time, but then you took mine. Like, I was so prepared, and then you took mine on my way in, and I'm like,
I stole the Panda Express story. All right, guys. Once again, less than 30-ish seconds.
Thank you for being a friend.
All right, last break of the live stream. We'll be right back. It's Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show today. Thank you all for being my friends. And also, Stacy, thank you for being my friend.
You're welcome.
Hanging with us this morning. Stacey,
it's only because I'm getting paid too, so don't get so excited.
It also helps. Most of my friends I have to pay to hang around with me. So Stacy is the afternoon host of Hot 98.3, so make sure to check her out later on this afternoon, starting at 3 o'clock. And right now, we are live streaming the show, at least for a little while longer. Make sure to jump on and hang with us each and every morning. Just search the Marshall and Friends show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Now, a few minutes ago, we were talking about a new survey we found on BuzzFeed talking about the average American's weekly diet. Now, that features 5 home-cooked meals, 3 takeout meals, 3 meals out of restaurants, and 3 leftover meals from those restaurants. So, you know what I thought to myself? I'm like, we're talking about leftovers. Let's kind of power rank our favorite leftover meals. Now, your amount of drunkenness does not matter in this instance. These are purely based maybe on sober decisions, but what are your favorite leftover meals? Let's power rank our top 3. And Stacy, I'll let you go first.
I like number 1 is beef stroganoff the next day.
What?
Told you wouldn't see it coming. I did my homework. Beef stroganoff the next day, topped with a little sour cream. Delicious. 2.
Wait. I got to go. It's my turn.
Oh, I thought you were making me.
No.
Oh, we're doing it like this.
Yeah,
okay,
we're going back
bad.
and forth here. Okay. Beef stroganoff, interesting choice. My wife, huge beef stroganoff fan.
So good.
I hate it. It's disgusting. I call it poor people food. It's that bad. I hate
Are
it.
you eating it from like Hamburger Helper or are you making it from scratch?
No, we're making it from scratch.
And you don't like it?
No, I hate beef stroganoff. It is not good. It is not good at all. How about this? And I had this most recently. This is another pasta dish I think is the best leftover available. I got Carrabba's the other night.
Ooh.
The fettuccine wheezy, which has like shrimp and all sorts of other stuff in it. I ate half of it, then kept the other half for the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right. I started my day carb loading.
No one's judging. It's better in the morning than at night, boo.
Is before I started eating all the salads I've been eating this week. The fettuccine wheezy was incredible. Cold the next morning.
With
That's
the
right.
shrimp? Really?
Yeah, I ate some of it cold and I heated up the rest. But I'm just saying, it's number one on my power rankings because it was just so delicious.
And you're really passionate about it. Like you are excited about that shrimp.
If Carrabba's wants to endorse the Marshall and Friends show, bring it on.
Right?
I will carb load like Michael Scott from The Office and run a 5K around the building.
You're stupid.
All right, number 2 on your power rankings. What do you got, Stacy?
I have Chinese food, but lo mein and cold. I can't do like if I have sweet and sour chicken, the rice turns to crumbles of hardness. Lo mein cold, number 2.
I love that. And number 2 on my choice, another local place. A place that is local. Carrabba's definitely not local. From B&D Burger, the Fort Jackson Burger. It's got the buffalo dip on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's got buffalo dip on it. And like if you save it for the next morning, the buffalo dip, it's not like all runny. It's a little bit more solid.
Right.
Oh, it's just delicious. It's like pimento cheese. Oh,
it's like the fat got sucked into stuff.
Oh,
right?
it's fantastic.
That's good for you. And you wonder why you have to be on salads right now.
Yeah, I'm currently on salads.
Yep, there it is.
All right, number 3, power ranking. We're doing our top 3 power ranking of best leftover foods. Stacy, what's number 3 on your list?
Mississippi pot roast.
Explain what Mississippi pot roast
I make it probably 3 times a month. It is a beef pot roast, a sirloin pot roast. You stick it in the crock pot for about 8 hours on low with a ranch packet, a little beef broth, pepperoncinis.
That's it?
That's it. It is so good. And the next day, even better. Even better because it's getting all that flavor. I think it may have an au jus gravy in it too. I'll have to double check that, but it's so good.
All right. Okay.
Now I'm hungry.
Interesting choice. I've never had Mississippi.
Next time I make it, I'll bring it for you.
Bring some. All right. So, coming in number 3 on my list. Yeah, I'm going to go the ribeye I ordered from Vic's on the River.
I get it.
And I don't know how long you're supposed to actually keep steak ribeye around, but I think I ate like a bite of ribeye for like 5 days. And it started to turn gray, and I still took a bite of it, and it still was incredible. So you know what? I'm going to say the ribeye special from Vic's on the River, possibly one of the best leftovers I ever had.
I'm going to have to second that. The last time we went out with our buddies from Safe Touch and A-Dub, I got a steak because I wasn't paying. Why not, right?
Yeah.
And so I ate like a fourth of it because they're so big. And then I nibbled on that thing for a couple days, and I'm going to tell you, he's right. You're right. You win with that one.
Did you do number 3 or did I black that out?
No, that was the Mississippi pot roast, but
perfect.
I do have spaghetti and lasagna as another one.
Honorable mention, you could heat it up, pancakes. Pancakes, people make pancakes.
Regular pancakes, but not chocolate chip or blueberry because that messes it up. But I can get on board with regular.
All right, well, there you go. That is our power rankings of best leftovers. If you think we missed something, which I'm sure we did, let us know via the live stream or text us at 1-800-394-1061. We'll be back with more, including Marshall's Music News, top the 9 o'clock hour on Rock 106.1. All right.
Oh, thanks, Charles. I like it too. My badass jacket makes me look professional, even though I'm not even close to it.
even though I'm not. All right, guys, that's it for the live stream today. Chris says Mississippi pot roast is super good.
It's
never
really
had it.
Good.
Speaking of Chris, who's on the live stream right now. Yes, I do. He makes like a Kentucky corn something. I don't know. I was over at his house for Thanksgiving. It was fantastic. Patrick goes, dude, leftover Vinny's.
Mm.
I haven't had Vinny's in a long
What's
time.
Vinny's?
Man.
What is Vinny's?
Vinny Van Gogh.
Oh, the pizza place. Oh, yeah. I don't know, though. It's like, it's not as good. Because it's thinner.
Leftover pizza is always really good.
It just depends on the pizza.
I'll agree with that.
Stoner's is almost too much sometimes just because it's so thick. Like, it's just like, then you got to really bite down.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
And sometimes if you're doing leftover pizza, you just want to grab and go. You know what I mean?
Hey, I didn't know you're such a pizza purist over here.
I love pizza. Pizza's like the #1 food group. It's so good. Like, it covers everything.
I know. I didn't want to. I almost wanted to choose pizza in general.
I get it.
On my top 3 list, but I'm like, nah. I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth here.
That's what I did too. Because like I could do. I'm a thin crust, and I eat the weirdest crap on my pizza. I get a thin crust from Domino's because they're $5.99 for medium pizzas, right?
Okay.
And then I get the no oregano. I get it cut regularly, not with all those little squares. And I get it with black olive and green olive, and it's so damn good. And it's good the next day too.
Well, all right, guys. Well, that's a wrap for the show today. Thank you so much for hanging out with the Marshall and Friends show. Stacy, thanks for being my friend.
Again, I'm getting paid for it, but I'm here for you. And I like the Horde a lot.
Perfect. All right. Well, Jeremy Hammonds from Underdog Brewing Company is going to be our guest tomorrow starting at 7 o'clock. We'll do beer for breakfast. We'll give out more not concert tickets, but hockey tickets. We'll do Marshall's music news about last night, all the good stuff. So back on the radio, 6 a.m., back on the live stream at 7 a.m. tomorrow. So we will see